Good evening. My name is Osas Ibie. I'm applying for the role of NGO administrator for the Knox School. Um, I currently work as the head of human resource and administration with the Edo State Flood Erosion and Watershed Management Agency, which is a public sector. Um, I have 12 years of experience in office administration, project administration, personnel management, client relations, uh, procurement, and other shared services. So I'm very experienced in the field of administration and management. Uh, okay, so the questions I will ask on the email, the daily tasks of the school administrator. Okay, so the school administrator role varies according to various organizations and their organogram. So these institutions have a more they are they are more they tend to have relatively similar but different organogram. So the administrator is supposed to be in charge of administrative management of the organization, and is being helped by the VP academics, VP admin. Some of them just have administrators and uh, academic heads. So in this case, the administrator will need to partner with the various head of departments as well as the VP academics to um, plan a to-do list for the week. When you come on Fridays, you should be able to create a to-do list after collating your activities from various departments, both academic and non-academic, and collate them into to form an itinerary where you have major activities for the week. So everybody knows at what they should do at every point in time. So this information should be disseminated before Monday, where everybody know where they should be at every point in time. Okay, so apart from preparing the to-do list, you still attend. You have to arrange weekly meetings, which is usually advisable to be done on Fridays so that it doesn't overlap with other activities for the week. So, because the main goal of the organization of the school is to give knowledge, and this knowledge should not be impaired. So you also, from the parents' point of view, you also have to check the conduct of parents to ensure that parents are uh, showing a fair representation of um, leaders, in the school, because most schools tend to overlook the appearances and the conduct of parents when they come. So you're there to also look. The administrator should also observe and check these activities, and also speak to the parents. For those who have any concerns or contributions, you check it. There should also be, you can check the activities of the staff as well. You can check them through the VP academics as well as directly, because while the VP academics is in charge of academic and educational activities, the administrator will be in charge of managing non-academic as well as academic activities. Okay, so the duties of VP academics in the school, which is the second on the daily basis. Second question is the VP academics acts as a primary leader for academic activities to handle planning, implementation, coordination, and implementation as well of other uh, educational programs in the school. In assuming these responsibilities, the VP Academics must also work closely with other teachers, head teachers, head of departments, and other administrators to ensure that the knowledge is shared, to knowledge is attained. Also create and implement staff trainings or recommend trainings for the staff as well, because as much as it's a school, there's also an activity called train the trainer. So you need to train the teachers as well as non-academic staff on the best practice on how to run an effective educational institution or educational organization. You also have to plan and supervise and evaluate teaching methods to ensure target academic achievements are met. So yeah. So the next question is the requirements of school administrators. Okay, so this is a two-faced thing. The first one is, what does the school administrator need to be effective as a school administrator from an intrinsic point of view? Okay, so this includes good communication method. You must know how to manage stakeholders' engagement. You must be imaginative and strategic with people, thinking to ensure that every activity of the school aligns with the organizational goals, or in this case, the school goals and objective. Also display a high level of adaptability, especially if you are coming from a non-academic sector into an academic sector. You have to be aware that students, young minds, young champions are there to learn. So you have to check your activities more closely to when you're training the adult, because teaching between pedagogical learning and andragogical learning demands different strategies and tactics in operation. So the other angle is from an extrinsic point of view. What do you need? You have to be tech savvy. That means you have to ensure that the right working tools, you have the right working tools to work in an organization. You have to have a good computer network, computer system. You have to understand, you have to get a good internet, and the bandwidth are available to carry out your meetings in case you're not physically present, or you need to give reports to virtually. So these are some of those computer accessories, printers, and all that stationaries needs to be available. And experience, to talk about experience with the article, the projects on your site, on the website. Okay, so first of all, I must say that I saw something that would have sounded like a phantom. How little drops of water can indeed create a mighty ocean. It is remarkable to know that anything is possible when you put your mind to it. And the idea of partnership of as little as 100 naira per day will go a long way in helping to achieve educational excellence. I mean, again, it still sounds like a fairy tale until you take a look at it. And reading through the website, I saw how possible and sustainable this can become. And I must say kudos to the team that put this up together, because this is a beautiful initiative. I mean, you're talking about people from the poorest of the poor having access to education with as little as 6,000 naira per term and 18,000 naira per year or session. I mean, it is remarkable. Education, illiteracy, poverty, illiteracy, these things can be catered for as little as 100 naira per day. And the way it helps people, as a matter of fact, partners will feel accomplished. And this is me coming from someone, a qualified social psychologist, where people feel comfortable knowing that I've added value, knowing what your 100 naira could do in the lives of children to reduce the multi-dimensional poverty and illiteracy and which have led to social vices like child marriages and children becoming liabilities in the society. I mean, this is a wonderful initiative, and it's so strategic that it was selected in the northern part of the country, which most of these social issues exist. So, I mean, using the adopting the STEM-based system where you have creating scientists, technologists, engineering people in the engineering field, and mathematicians that can create good data analysis and all that. So these are, again, this is a wonderful initiative. Okay, so the next set of the question is what is our main goal? I think the main goal, which I've spoken about, is ensuring that you tackle the education of the child, both the girl child and the boy child alike, reducing the out of school children in the society to achieve maximum educational knowledge. I mean, it's a remarkable thing, knowing that children can become assets in the society and actual leaders of tomorrow, and not just what the song says. So the fact that you also leverage on smart initiatives like using solar panel and all that, these are it shows that the sustainability rate is going to be really huge. It's going to be really high. Then also talked about how does the next part of that question is, how does it fit into your personal aspiration? I am an HR professional, and one of the key functions of HR is learning and development. I also have a background in pedagogical learning, because in my first degree I was an partly education student. Went on 3 teaching practice exercises, and that is where my passion for learning came alive. You see training, learning, development as an integral part of shaping the society to a qualitative level. Of all the agents of the social engineering, the school still remains one of the most important, because that is where the mind of the child becomes empirically, systematically, and scientifically sharpened for tomorrow. So I'm very interested in this because it's a passion of mine to be part of something that develops the average child and even the poorest of the poor. Why should you hire me? I am a dedicated, efficient, and professional administrator. From a cognitive point of view, I have a very good knowledge of labor law, being that I'm a human resource executive. I've also created, been part of a policy planning and implementation phase, implementation organ of the agency. I have, I'm also in charge of performance management. That means that I can bring innovative ways of ensuring that both academic and non-academic staff of the organization or school in this case are trained and motivated and to bring up the leaders of tomorrow. Again, the train the trainer initiative just gives a whole new level to it. I'm also skilled in quality record keeping, human resource information system, to measure the performance of staff as well as the performance of students. From the affective point of view, I have a sound knowledge of um, job enrichment, creating organizational citizenship behavior to bring about a healthy company culture for the organization. I thrive myself in ensuring teamwork and collaboration from all stakeholders involved, because every aspect of every organization is important, from the from the first contact at the gate, which are the security men, up till the teachers, to the administrators, to everybody. They are important. So training them and ensuring that they all have a sense of belonging and transparency and inclusivity is very important. Lastly, I would like to say that this initiative has given me a whole new perspective, and it's something that I hope I can be a part of and learn from it. Being a father of a beautiful daughter, I see how important it is to educate a child. So I'm very interested in this initiative. I want to be both, and I hope that as if I'm employed and selected for this role, I can also be a partner beyond working, adding value with my expertise, also adding value with my resources to become a part of that team. Thank you very much. I hope to hear from you soon. Best regards.